Hi, I'm John from mysolarhome.us. This latest video is about the best solar panels. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe. New videos keep coming out. So I've been doing residential solar for 10 years, and the top brands in my opinion, Sunpower, LG, Panasonic, QCell, Silfab, and Solaria. There are other brands which are great in the market too, but I know from personal experience that these brands have been providing excellent performance to our customers for many, many years. All the panels manufactured by these top brands, they're in the range 320 to 380 range. 320 watt panels, 330, 360, 365, 380, 370. All of them are in the 19% plus efficiency range. You can go for any one of them with your eyes closed. You're going to get excellent power production over the life of your solar system. So how do you evaluate a solar panel? We do research on the internet, which most people do today. There is so much of information there. Monocrystalline panels, polycrystalline panels, PERC panels, 72 cell panels, 60 cell panels. It's a mess. So I'm going to make it simple for you. Today, these top brand manufacturers which I mentioned, they make mostly monocrystalline panels. These are high efficiency panels. When I say high efficiency, they're in the region of 19.5% to 21%. And what does this efficiency percentage mean? It basically means how much of the sun's power is actually being converted into electricity. Yes, so it's not a lot. Just 20% of the sun's power actually gets converted into usable electric power. But that's after 50 years of research. Solar panels came into existence in the 1940s, and they've been doing great. The only thing which has happened over these 50 years is that they've become more and more efficient. So what is efficiency exactly? Efficiency basically is related to the size of the panel. More efficient panels are smaller. A smaller size panel produces the same size power as a higher size, less efficient panel. The difference between these top brands of solar panels is minuscule. They're, like I said, in the 19.5 to 21%. So their sizes are not really very different. In fact, most of them are standardized. So overall, the panel size for all these 5 manufacturers, they're very close to each other. Now, a lot of manufacturers, they tout that the higher efficiency panels, they occupy less space on the roof, and that's true. If you have limited space on your roof, it makes sense to go for the highest efficiency panels because you're likely to get more power up on your roof. When you're looking at solar panels come rated in terms of watts per panel. So you have a Sunpower, which is a 327 watt panel or a 320 watt panel. You could have an LG, which is like a 365, 370, 380 watt panel. A Panasonic, which is a 330 watt panel or a 335 watt panel. All these brand manufacturers have different rated panels. Now, if you have 2 panels which have the same watt rating, that means if you have a Panasonic 330 watt panel, and if you have an LG 330 watt panel, and you have, say, a Silfab 330 watt panel, all 3 of them will produce the same amount of power regardless of efficiency. Panels are rated by a rating agency. They just look at the panels and they see how much power they produce. So if they say it's a 330 watt panel, it's going to produce 330 watts for you. And this is when the conditions of the sun are really great. Evaluating panels, you're going to be looking at efficiency. So I've made the job easier. I have selected brands and panels which are already in the very high efficiency range. You could choose any one of these panels and just not go wrong. Sunpower, LG, and Solaria have panels which are over 20% or more in efficiency available. They also have panels which are in the 19% range. The QCell, the Panasonic, and the Silfab panels are all in the high 19% range. The other thing that you need to look at when you're examining panels is what their power production is going to be, 25 years from today, those panels are going to be on your roof for a long time. LG and Sunpower have an outstanding 25-year power warranty. They warranty that your power, these panels will continue to produce 90% of the rated power after 25 years. It's not that the other brands are laggards. They promise 85%. Like I said, the choice between these 5 top brands of panels is really very marginal. If you get to have a choice between these 5, I would suggest go buy the deal you're getting. If you're getting a better price for one of these panels, go for it. You can't go wrong with any one of them. As a homeowner, the best route to take for solar panels on your roof is to maximize the amount of power you put on your roof. You can do that in 2 ways. You can, one, choose the highest power rated panels, and number 2, you can choose to maximize the number of panels. Now, if you have a lot of roof area, then it really doesn't matter whether you choose a 360 watt panel or a 330 watt panel. Now, if I put 24 of the 330 watt panels on your roof, 24 into 330, that adds up to 7,920 watts of power on your roof. So that's one option. The other option could be if you put, instead of 24 panels, you put 2 less panels, 22 panels, but you increase the power to 360 watts per panel. So 22 panels on your roof, 360 watts each, adds up to 7,920 watts. Those 2 configurations are exactly the same. 24 360 watt panels or 22 330 watt panels. Regardless of the brand of panels you use, they will produce the same amount of power in the same conditions. So don't get fooled into thinking that if I buy a 380 or a 400 watt panel, I'm going to get more power. No. The amount of power that your system produces entirely depends on how many watts you put up on your roof. So you could put up the same number of watts using a 250 watt panel as a 400 watt panel. So that's important. Now, if you have less roof, then it makes sense to go for panels which are higher wattage each, because you can place less number of panels on your roof, so it makes sense to maximize the wattage per panel so that you get more watts. So let's look at the 6 panels that we talked about earlier and look at each one of them in terms of the parameters of efficiency, in terms of their power guarantee after 25 years, and their looks. Sunpower panels, they come in 2 versions normally, 327 watt and 320 watt. Their efficiency is in the region of 20.2%, and they have an outstanding power guarantee after 25 years. They promise to give you 90% of the power that they started off with after 25 years. This is different from other vendors in the market. The only other vendor which does this is LG. Sunpower panels are made in the US. Sunpower does everything in-house. Their panels are their own, their inverters are their own, their racking is their own, so they're completely integrated company, which is great. You get solid product from them, but they charge a huge amount. They're the most expensive in the market. They're the best and they charge the most. So if you're gonna go for top of line, I would suggest Sunpower. The LG panels, which are rated 365 to 380 watts, those are 21%, 21.2% efficient. So those are really top of line. They're also really expensive. They also have a power guarantee of 90%, so which is great. So between LG and Sunpower, they basically have the really top performing panels, but they charge an arm and a leg for those panels. Luckily, LG also has a range of neon panels which are 330 to 360 watts, which are 19.9, 20% efficient. So those are very good too. The Sunpower and the LG higher watt panels, they're black, but they have got like black diamonds in them. So you can spot them from far away. The LG neon, they have a range which is all black. The Panasonic panels, these are in the 19.4 to 19.7% range. Their wattage are 330 and 320. They also come with a 25-year power guarantee, but it's not as good as the LG and the Sunpower. It's in the 85% range. These panels are again black with stars in them. They're good looking, but they're not all black. The other brand is QCell. These QCell panels are made in Korea, just like the LG panels. QCell panels come in the 320 to 330 watt range. They're also in the 19.3 to 19.4% efficiency range. They promise 85% power guarantee after 25 years. They're pretty much black, lightly visible lines in them. From a distance, they look totally black. Silfab is a Canadian company. They make panels right in our neighborhood. They have a 330 watt panel, which is 19.7% efficient. Again, excellent panel. It's all black and it's made in Canada. Solaria is a US brand. They make panels in the US. They've got 360 and 370 watt panels. They're in the range of 19.9 and 20.5% efficiency. So these are also, again, really good panels. So having a high efficiency panel is good, and you should look for a high efficiency panel. Anything over 19% is good. But don't nitpick over that. If you're comparing a 19.5% panel with a 20.5% panel, unless the price differential is marginal, go for the one with the better deal. It's just not, the economics don't work out over the longer term. All the best for your solar project. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I keep putting out new videos. Thank you for watching.